Subaru has always done things quite differently, and this Outback is no exception. The Subaru Outback is a car that offers the practicality of a wagon, but with some of the benefits and none of the compromises of a conventional rugged SUV. Let's take a look at this 2018 Subaru Outback 3.6R-S and see why it's something I consider as an unconventionally smooth cruiser. The Subaru Outback has been given a mid-cycle refresh. As such, the changes are very minor, but they all work well into making the Outback look even more handsome. Exterior changes include, but not limited to, revised front and rear bumpers, a new grille, steering responsive LED headlights with LED daytime running lights, as well as a more handsome set of 18-inch alloy wheels. Step inside, and you are greeted by an interior that's more subdued but tastefully executed. There's more piano black trims all around, as well as the added benefit of rail stitching details that make the cabin feel more premium. As for the rest of the interior, there's plenty of space for both the front and rear occupants. Backseat passengers get the benefit of USB charging ports just below the air vents. It's the same story out back, no pun intended. With the seats up, you get 512 liters of space. Once you fold the seats down by pulling a lever, that space increases to 1802 liters. There's a power lift kit too, which is useful if your hands are full, but could be faster if you're in a hurry. The refreshed Outback also receives Subaru's new Starlink infotainment system. It's a pleasure to use, thanks to a nice balance between on-screen icons and soft keys. The response is snappy, and swiping gestures make it have the same familiarity as a smartphone. What's truly familiar with the smartphone is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which comes as standard in this infotainment system. By the way, the 12-speaker Harman Kardon sound system comes as standard in this 3.6R-S variant, which sounds awesome with your Spotify playlist. Also included is Subaru EyeSight, which adds features such as adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking, and lane departure warning. This comes on top of blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, as well as rear automatic braking. Now if you want to see our full review of Subaru EyeSight, you can click the links below in the description or the video on the top right hand corner of the screen. Power comes from a 3.6-liter, horizontally opposed, 6-cylinder boxer engine, producing 256 horsepower and 335 Nm of torque. Power is sent through a linear-tronic CVT, driving all four wheels via Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system, with the addition of X mode for that off-road prowess that you need. Let's now take this Subaru Outback out on the open road to see how this car drives. So right off the bat, one of the first things that you're gonna notice about the Subaru Outback is how well this car rides. Now because of this car's long travel suspension, the car offers excellent ride quality. And despite that softly sprung suspension, the Subaru Outback still manages to handle pretty well for its size and weight. Of course, with every Subaru, this car has a symmetrical all-wheel drive system. And combined with the car's sure-footed all-wheel drive system, the Subaru Outback manages to have a fine balance between comfort and sport. The steering is a bit on the heavy side, but it's actually one that I appreciate more in a sea of cars today that have very light steering wheels, which gives the car excellent stability and control. Also, while the steering wheel doesn't really provide that much in terms of feedback, at least the steering wheel is accurate and pretty fast in how it reacts with your steering inputs. And being fitted with the 3.6-liter horizontally opposed Boxer 6 engine, there's of course a lot of power on tap. And when you put your foot down, this Boxer 6 engine gives off a nice, refined, yet throaty exhaust note. And the Subaru Outback is mainly meant for long-distance cruising, which is evident when you take it out on the open road. The cabin stays really hushed, quiet, and barely a ruckus from the engine enters into the cabin. And even past triple-digit speeds, even past 100 kph, this car still feels very, very refined and quiet. Almost nothing permeates the cabin. It's almost as good as what you would expect in a luxury car. And because this car has a big 3.6-liter Boxer 6 engine, fuel economy of course would be a bit on the low side. And at 7.2 kilometers per liter, yes, it's not a stellar fuel economy, but you have to consider the amount of power and the refinement and the engine size that this car has. And of course, with that big engine, you have a lot of cooling power. Though most of the pulling power is delivered in a relaxed manner, it won't really push you back to your seat the way a Subaru Forester XE or a Subaru WRX would. But nevertheless, its linear approach to how it delivers its power is very welcoming in a car that has a relaxing yet somewhat agile demeanor. And provided with all the features that this car has, the Subaru EyeSight, the other convenience features such as the powered tailgate, all those comfort features, including also the power adjustable seats for both the driver and front passenger, and at 2.5 million, this car starts to make sense. So if you want to see my full review of this car, just visit goflatoutpage.com.
Oh, may I bear them in your eyes.